Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another Top 10 Tuesday video. This is episode 86, and for today's topic or theme, it is going to be my favorite actor, or our favorite actors of all time. Yeah, so of course, as you guys clicked on this video, you saw that Jeffrey Combs is my favorite actor of all time. Kind of at a standstill with Vincent Price, basically. I can go either way with both of them, but I've always been a really big fan of Jeffrey Combs. I just wish that he had more, bigger starring roles and stuff in films, because the guy, he's just a great actor. He's a really good guy in real life, and he's a great actor and stuff, but yeah, so this is going to be a favorite, and how I did this list, it's not ranked by, his films, even, or, from best to least favorite film or anything, even though some of these films may appear to be in that order. It's more of, the sizable role, and, just really how good it was anyways, so, but yeah, without further ado, let's get right into this. In at number 10, Jeffrey Combs had a small part in a film called Suburban Gothic most recently, and his part is hilarious. He plays a doctor, and he's absolutely bonkers. He's fucking hilarious. It's actually kind of funny then. You look at the credits on this film, and Jeffrey Combs' name isn't even in the credits, but there's a picture of him right there. As you can see, he's in doctor uniform type deal. But yeah, he basically plays this doctor, and he's just crazy and shit. And it's really funny. He's in the film probably 4 or 5 times. I don't know what the deal is with him not having a credit, but yeah, definitely check out Suburban Gothic. It's a really fun film, kind of a supernatural type deal, horror comedy type deal, but really a lot of fun. And Jeffrey Combs adds just this really unique kind of element of flavor to the film. It's just fantastic. He really sticks out in the film, so Suburban Gothic in at number 10. In at number 9 is, yes, going back to Hammerhead. Jeffrey Combs, William Forsythe. Of course, Jeffrey Combs plays a crazy scientist in this film, which he does probably the best. Basically, what's happening is I think he has a son that has cancer, and he's fucking around with these genetics and with these sharks and stuff, and he kind of creates a half human, half shark type deal. And yeah, it just goes nuts from there. But it's cool to see Jeffrey Combs playing, like a mad scientist type deal, because he's awesome in this role, man. He's just believable, because we've seen it before. And yeah, I remember when I first got this film, I just thought Jeffrey Combs was going to be in the film for a second, because usually a lot of these low budget films will put the big names on the top and they'll be in for a second, but he's actually in the whole film. So, but Hammerhead, good performance, good stuff. In at number 9. In at number 8 is one that came out about 3 or 4 years ago. It's called Would You Rather. Now, Jeffrey Combs plays a rich, he's just a rich guy. He owns this huge mansion. And basically what he does is he invites all these guests to his house to have this dinner party where they play a game of Would You Rather. And, it's a game of elimination, basically. You got to be the last man standing to win. Yeah, it's like a sadistic type film, but Jeffrey Combs plays it up pretty good in this. He hams it up pretty well in this. He's not in the film, I guess he is in it quite a bit, but fuck, man, he plays such an asshole in this film. His character's just such a dick, and he pulls it off so well. He's just so fucking good at it, man. I love him. Absolutely love this film. Really good stuff here. We got, what's her name? I can't believe I'm forgetting her name right now. Sasha Grey, the porn star's in this one, actually. She's actually not even the worst actress in the world, but Would You Rather? Fun film. If you've never seen it, check it out. It's got some pretty good stuff going on in that one. In at number 8. In at number 7 is kind of an interesting one, and it's called Motivational Growth. Yeah, Jeffrey Combs' name is right on the cover there, and he's actually not even on screen in this one. He's just a voice only in this film. It's basically about this dude here that's given up on life. And I've talked about this film many times, but he decides that he's going to not leave his house anymore. He's just going to deal with shit in his house, but it gets too much for him, tries to commit suicide. He wakes up talking to this big pile of mold, basically here on the back, voiced by Jeffrey Combs. And now the mold is trying to help him out and kind of get him on the right path and stuff, but he's got his own agenda. honestly, Jeffrey Combs' voice performance in this is just phenomenal. It's a really interesting and well done low budget film, but Jeffrey Combs kills it. He's funny, he's conniving, he's just everything you want in that role. And it's cool because you recognize the voice, but to a certain point he kind of puts on a little bit. It's interesting. You got to see this film to kind of believe it. But Motivational Growth, very good stuff. Love that film. Actually, one of my more favorite films I've seen in the last few years. Really enjoyed that one. That was number 7. In at number 6 is, of course, The Frighteners. Jeffrey Combs plays the FBI agent that's hunting down, Michael J. Fox character and investigating everything that's going on, actually. Man, his role in it's just, it's so unique. It's fun. He's just kind of like, he's like that slimy kind of, I don't know, not trustworthy cop. I don't know, man. His role in this is just fantastic. He really sticks out. It's cool to see him in a film like this too. That was, a mainstream film, basically. Directed by Peter Jackson, starring Michael J. Fox, and among people, there's actually lots of people in this film. But it's very cool to see Jeffrey Combs get a role in this and actually really pull it off to be a memorable role too. So, it's a film I really gotta upgrade one of these days, actually. I'll be watching this film very soon again as I'm preparing for my 1996 show on the podcast. So this one is pretty much on deck. But The Frighteners, Jeffrey Combs character, awesome stuff. Love it. In at number 6, number 6. Number 5 is, of course, Stuart Gordon's Castle Freak. Jeffrey Combs, Barbara Crampton. Yeah, Jeffrey Combs is great in this film, man. Very believable, as, in his roles. It's like he always is believable. He's a little different in this one. He's a little more kind of subdued. He's not as crazy in this one. I mean, obviously, because he's not like a mad scientist or, a crazy-ass doctor. I can't remember exactly what his profession is. I know they go to Italy, but I can't remember exactly why they're there. I haven't seen Castle Freak in a while, but I remember, Jeffrey Combs just killing the role in this. But yeah, Castle Freak. Good stuff, man. Yeah, in at number 5. In at number 4 is another one of these mashup films, of course, with Jeffrey Combs and Barbara Crampton and stuff. From Beyond. I mean, what can I say, man? Of course, he is playing somebody that he's playing a doctor's assistant in this one, and they've kind of built this resonator type deal. And what happens is, Jeffrey Combs' character kind of opens it up and he starts seeing all this crazy shit and stuff, and then just goes fucking bananas from there. Another really cool H.P. Lovecraft adaptation, directed by Stuart Gordon. Of course, Barbara Crampton's great in this, and Jeffrey Combs is just fantastic. I think these are the type of roles that he can do so well. He can play that mad scientist. He's so rambunctious and just kind of high energy and just believable in the roles, man. I don't know what it is, but just another great film for Jeffrey Combs. And Crew, I guess. That was number 4. In at number 3, of course, is Bribery, animator. Dr. Herbert West. I mean, what can I say about this one? I mean, Jeffrey Combs is that character, man. It's what he got famous from, of course, from Reanimator, but he's just so good, man. And he pulls it off so well in this too. Like, this is such a fantastic film. I love that scene with the hand and the eye. It's so great. But we all know the Dr. Herbert West character, man. It's just, he pulls it off so well. I mean, from the first film to this one, even the third one, I really do like. I didn't want to actually put all 3 films into this list, but guess that's kind of a spoiler, but not really, right? Bride of Reanimator, fantastic stuff. I love this film. I love the effects in this film. Jeffrey Combs is just that's who he is. He's Dr. Herbert West. So, and number 3. In at number 2 is a film that I probably could have in my number 1 spot. I went back and forth. When I met Jeffrey Combs last year at HorrorCon, I actually told him that I think this is his best performance of all time. And he thanked me and he said, I'm really, really proud of that role too. He said he put a lot of prep into it and stuff. And he went on to tell me that this was the last time he ever worked on film. And I meant, like actual real film. So everything he's done after has been digital, but Yeah, he plays Edgar Allan Poe in this, of course, in the adaptation of Black Cat. We all know the storyline of Black Cat, but he is just so damn good in this, man. Like, so fucking believable. The makeup that was used is incredible. He looks just like Poe, and I would imagine that's exactly what Edgar Allan Poe would look or sound like and be like. I don't know. I just envision Edgar Allan Poe now after seeing this, like that's how he would be, is Jeffrey Combs' adaptation of him. So really amazing stuff, man. I love this stuff. But yeah, the Black Cat, great episode for Masters of Horror season 1. And that was number 2. And of course, in at number 1 is probably a little bit anticlimactic because, you know, this is the role that made Jeffrey Combs who he is, really. Dr. Herbert West, and I was lucky enough to meet Barbara Crampton and Stuart Gordon, of course, Jeffrey Combs himself. Get them all signed up here. Yeah, man, such a nice guy, and you can just see it though. He's just so willing. He's kind of humble, you know, a little bit. He just came off as one of those guys that you just sit there and probably talk to you for hours over end, and you know, I would, because that's all I do is talk, according to my wife. But Dr. Herbert West, man, one of the most memorable characters in horror films. He's conniving, he's evil, he's, I don't know, almost eccentric a little bit, you know, in his ways, because he's just, and almost naive too, the fact that, you know, the shit's gonna work, but it does, doesn't it? It's very strange, man, how well this character is received, and he's one of the most iconic characters to me, and I think a lot of other horror film lovers out there too. Yeah, Jeffrey Combs kills this shit, man. It's great. So that is going to conclude the top 10. I'll do a quick little rundown here. In at number 10, we got Suburban Gothic. Number 9, Hammerhead. Number 8, Would You Rather. Number 7, Motivational Growth. Check that out, peoples. It's awesome. Number 6, The Frighteners. Number 5, Castle Freak. Number 4, From Beyond. Number 3, Bride of Reanimator. Number 2, The Black Cat. And of course, number 1, without question, is Reanimator. Like I said, I probably could have put the third Reanimator film in this list too, because I actually really enjoy that film. It gets shit on by people, but I can't help but love it because it's, you know, Dr. Herbert West. So, but I thought, why not just put something else in there? And that's how Suburban Gothic actually got into this list. So, which I think is a fantastic film. So everyone check that out too. But that is going to do it for this episode. Make sure to check out everyone else's videos like I usually say. And I'll check you guys next week in episode 87. And as usual, peace!